reporting for KCR's Beyond the Uniform. Here with me today, I'm joined with Matt Mitchell, a senior at San Diego State University. How are you today, Matt?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. So like I just mentioned, you're a senior. It is your last season in an Aztec uniform. So what goals or statements would you like to make for your last go around as a collegiate basketball player?
My goal here, my last year is just to go out with a bang, and go out giving it 110%, giving it my all, leaving everything on the court, every one of my last games.
Great goal. I know you guys lost some key players from last season, Malachi Flynn, Yanni Wetzel, just to name a few. So tell me a little bit about what your team chemistry is like now on the court. I know you guys have been through a lot of practices and stuff. I'm sure you've had a lot of time to gel with the team. So tell me a little bit about that.
Our team chemistry is coming together well. I have to say that these guys come in with no agenda, just as the last team did. And I'm really proud of the way they've come together and been able to get comfortable and get their groove on the court. These guys can get the job done 1 through 15, and I'm not worried about it. I just can't wait until the lights come on.
Okay, you mentioned you can't wait till the lights come on. Your first game is November 25th against UCLA. So what expectations do you and your teammates have for that game?
Our expectation is to come out and come play together, and dominate as we always have on the defensive end, and get out and run on the offensive end. I don't think anything has changed. I know we'll do our best to scout, and our scout has always been high level, and we've always breaking things down very meticulously. So I have no worry on our end. I feel like we're going to come out and play our game to the best of our ability.
It's great to hear. So I know we are currently in a global pandemic. Due to that, we aren't allowed to have any crowds, which is very sad, but reasonable, of course. So how do you think this will affect you and your team's game? Do you think it'll make a difference when you guys are playing?
I think it'll make a difference for every team that's not able to play with fans, indefinitely. But I also think that it'll gear teams to create more energy for themselves, and to create self-energy. And that's what we've always been. That's what we did last year, and we did at a high level, whether it was at home or on the road. Our fans have always been a big part of the crowd, and been a big part of us winning games. And we're very appreciative of that. But I think those cardboard fans will prove to be helpful.
All right, great to hear. So now I want to get to know you a little bit outside of basketball. I know you guys are gifted a lot of cool SDSU sports gear. So what's your favorite sweatshirt or sweatpants or clothing that you've gotten from the school?
Uh, I gotta say the breads that we received last year. I gotta say those are my favorite pair of shoes.
Cool. Okay. Speaking of shoes, what is your favorite pair of basketball shoes that you've ever owned?
My favorite pair of basketball shoes. I say they were actually Nike shoes. When I was growing up, I played in middle school. I don't remember what they were. I think they were a Zoom Air Max version of them, but they were blue. Blue at the time when I was a kid was my favorite color. And they were a crossbreed of black and blue, and I never took them off my feet.
I love that. What do you normally eat before a game? Do you have a certain pregame meal that kind of gets your body in that game zone?
Usually I stick to chicken, something light, chicken with some veggies, something light, but gives you energy and gives you fuel to keep you going.
Cool. Okay. I know being a student athlete can be very time consuming. So can you kind of run me through a typical day of what it's like balancing your academics and your training?
Most definitely. And of course, everything's been different because of the global pandemic and whatnot. So now it's a little bit different of waking up in the morning, and I'm coming in shooting, whether it's with me by myself with the coach or with a couple of teammates. We'll shoot for about 30 to 45 minutes. And then I'll have weights after that, usually on a Monday morning. And then after that, I have two classes from 11 to 11:50, and then 12 to 12:50. And then after that, I'm right back to practice. And then we practice for anywhere between 2 to 2.5 hours, and get at it and really compete. And then after that, I'm right back to my house, and I'm on the Zoom call with advisors and tutors and trying to get my academics done.
Cool. Okay. What is your major?
I'm in ISD3 major, interdisciplinary studies.
Okay. And I know with interdisciplinary, you can kind of major in three separate departments. So what are your
Uh-huh.
three departments? But what do you want to do in the future?
Yeah, my three are history, sociology, and recreation and tourism management. I plan to be a history teacher. I just really like the seeing and being around youth and giving back to youth and giving back to the disenfranchised and kids that struggle in school. Just as I did. I was never an academic person growing up. Me personally, my mom was always on my butt about getting my academics done and making sure my grades are right. So I definitely want to give back to the youth once everything is done, once the ball stops bouncing for me, and teach and not only teach history but teach just life skills.
Cool. Okay. That's really awesome. You mentioned that your mom was always kind of on your butt about your grades. Is she still like that? Does she have you password to your Canvas? Is she checking your grades all the time?
Nah, I can't say she has my password now, but she definitely checks on me from time to time and makes sure everything's going smoothly. And if I ever need help, she's always there to help.
And I have one last question for you. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? What is the dream for Matt Mitchell?
In 10 years, hopefully, I'll still be playing basketball, and doing the thing that I love. Basketball is what I've known all my life. It's been embedded into me. Is what I love. It's what I've grown up loving since the day I came out the womb. Basically, it was all basketball. I played other sports as well, but nothing stuck to me like basketball did.
Got it. Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for talking to me today. Best of luck on your upcoming season and have a great day today.
Of course, thank you. I appreciate it. You have a good one as well.